Hana Hana Mekium, and my best buddy Alex. Would you like to share your top 10 most easiest fun facts that you have ever found that came from one of your favorite films? Something that is kinda easy for you to discover. Well, this is going to be the most biggest homework ever in top 10 list history, or maybe a great report. And I will give you a over 9,000 A plus for it. Even if I'm your class film teacher. If you know me too well. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop 1987. This is my review for today. And today, I have no review, ladies and dudes, but it's that time again for another top 10 list that nobody has never done before. And this top 10 list is going to be a piece of cake. And I'm looking for a top 10 list that feature one of your favorite films of all time that has a very easy, fun facts. Something that all of us need to know of right away. But I'm looking for fun facts in a film that was pretty darn easy for me to spot. Yep. For my latest top 10 list of the day is the top 10 most easiest fun facts to be found in a film. And yeah, I know there's a lot of movies out there that we've seen many years ago. There's a whole ton of fun facts to be found in film history. And I know we have to have a piece of paper or a pen or a piece of paper, pencil, whatever it is. We have to study these films very carefully that featured so many fun facts to be found. You know, about the behind the scenes that's going on in the set of the film, or maybe a detail that we're missing, or something that was explained in the script, or maybe the director has to reunite with a couple of cast members here and there that came from in a previous film. It's hard for me to explain. But to tell you the truth is, I will say 10 good fun facts to be found. That's pretty darn easy for me. I think it'll be just fine, if you know what I mean. So, without further ado, ladies and dudes, here are the top 10 most easiest fun facts that I have ever found in film history. And like I said, I got a piece of paper for it. So, here we go. Here is my 10 choices of the easiest fun facts that I ever found that came from in these wonderful films. Or the films that are kind of underrated to me. So, here we go. Coming at number 10 has to go to A Walk Among the Tombstones. And I found an interesting fun fact that was pretty darn easy for me that came from a very underrated Liam Neeson film. And it's pretty darn surprising to me because I remember years ago I did found an interview where the old great my Liam Neeson is going to talk about his film. But there's one thing you did not know about this movie. That one of the old great and mighty Liam Neeson's sons is going to make a cameo appearance in the movie. But sadly, they cut that scene off for no reason. And the problem is, I can't remember which son it was. Will it be Michael or Daniel? I just can't remember which one it is. So anyway, that's a very easy, fun fact I ever found from an underrated, oh great and mighty Liam Neeson film. And speaking of the oh great and mighty Liam Neeson, there's another film I found that was another good, easy, fun fact to know about. But sadly, it ended up on a sad note. I will tell you that in a moment as we head on to the next one in the list. So let's continue on. Coming at number 9 goes to the English dub of Belle. There is one familiar voice actress that I'm very darn familiar with, and nobody had never pointed out this important fun fact that came from the underrated English dub of this wonderful movie. Do you know the lovely voice actress named Wendy Lee? Wendy Lee, she continues on doing voice acting even to this day. And she did a whole lot of anime for the last 4 decades or so. The only thing I remember her the best, you know, what type of English dub that she had done for all these years, I remember Rurouni Kenshin, Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star, Magic Knight Rayearth, and a few others. And yes, her voice got featured in the English dub of Belle, where she did play one of Suzu's friends. You know, one of the ladies who did the choir. And no wonder she had a good singing voice. Something I did not know about. So, yep. Listening to a familiar voice actress that we're all familiar with from the past English dub anime from the past, that deserves to be at number 9. Coming at number 8 is another good easy one on the list. And that is a few details to be found in all 3 of the Robert Lyndon films. You know, the one that featured Tom Hanks. And yes, there's a couple of details to be found in all 3 of the films. Something that us, the fans, need to pay attention of. There's only 3 details. Just 3. 1, we did see the Mickey Mouse watch that he has to wear in the wrist of his hand. He is wearing brown shoes. He never wore any other shoes but brown shoes. And also, the actor Alfred Molina. He only appeared in the Da Vinci Code. He did a voice cameo in Angels and Demons. And he didn't do either of them in Inferno. Did anybody miss those important details in all 3 of the Robert Lyndon films? And also, I add another Tom Hanks fun fact in there for this list. But I'll tell you that in a moment. So yeah, all the small details to be found in all 3 of the Robert Lyndon films, it deserves to be at number 8. So let's keep going. Coming at number 7 is something that came from Magnificent 7, the remake. Yeah, I will say that Magnificent 7, the remake, did give us some good, interesting, fun facts to be found. But one of the most surprising ones at best. You got a couple of actors here and there that did work together in previous films. You got 2 actors who worked together in Training Days. You got 2 actors who did Jurassic World. And the most surprising one of all, what Chris Pratt and Denzel Washington have one thing in common. They work together with 2 actors who is truly a part of the Newton Boys. I did a movie review of it years ago. Maybe I'll leave a link down below and you should check out the one I did from a while back. Well, you get the story. So yeah, a couple of actors reunited together in a very same film, but they worked together in previous films from the past. It deserves to be at number 7. Coming at number 6. This is going to be a crazy one. That Kira Toriyama made a 3-hour script from Dragon Ball Super Broly. Did anybody knows this easy fun fact to come? Yeah, Akira Toriyama had worked really hard to make a very good script for a Dragon Ball Super movie. And sadly, the saddest part about the script, it was cutting off. He decided to cut off some of the parts here and there for the film and make it into a 1 hour and 40-minute movie. I'm sure one of the parts that has to be cut off is maybe a background story about Vegeta's family and also getting to know more about the Saiyan race. I think that might be one of the parts that they cut off that wasn't featured much in the story. And maybe more background story of Broly's past, maybe? Too bad they never explained that in the whole entire film, explain about what the heck they cut off from a 3-hour script. So that's the most surprising thing to know. So I had to put that at number 6. And now we're heading on to the top 5 best fun facts to be found that was kinda easy for me. So here we go. Coming at number 5 is when Tom Hanks played 5 motion capture characters from the Polar Express. Yes, Tom Hanks did play 5 different characters in a motion capture film. And 5 characters only. He played the hero boy, he played the doctor, he played the homeless dude, he played Santa Claus, and the hero boy's father. Boy, he broke a record of playing those 5 characters. Oh yeah, except for the hero boy, he doesn't do the vocal wise. Yep. No wonder he's a very clever actor who could play so many good characters in one great film. So that's a very easy fun fact to be found. And I had to put that at the number 5 spot. And coming at number 4 is cutting off so many dark moments for the Disney version of The Little Mermaid. Only 2 things that has to be cut off from the story, and 2 parts only. One, the part where the Little Mermaid lost her voice because her tongue is going to get cut off. And also the part where the Little Mermaid died because of becoming a sea phone. So the Disney company needs to find a way to turn the storyline around and make it better, where the Little Mermaid can finally win the heart of a prince and make a magical spell where her vocal cords that is gone forever and put it into the seashell of Ursula's. Well, if you know the Little Mermaid storyline, you know what I mean. And now let's head on to the top 3 best fun facts that nobody had never talked about that was kind of easy for me. So coming at number 3 goes to The Wildest Dream: Conquest of Everest. The only documentary that I will add on this list that was kind of easy for me. Truly one of the most heartbreaking moments in cinema history, where the great and mighty Liam Neeson is going to work with 2 most important people of his life, and 2 most important people only. And that is his lovely wife, Natasha Richardson, and Alan Scary Rickman. This is their last and final project that they worked together on. Before they passed away. Enough said for number 3. Coming at number 2 is when Christopher Nolan is going to reunite with a couple of people here and there who worked together on the Dark Knight saga from the Christopher Nolan films. Yeah, do you remember that fun fact very carefully? Christopher Nolan reunited with so many people here and there that worked together. They worked together at the Dark Knight saga, but they found a way to work together again in some later on films to come. You know, like Tenet. I can't remember what the Leonardo DiCaprio's film name is. Dunkirk and Interstellar and Oppenheimer and a few others. Hard for me to explain about that one for the number 2 spot. And I gotta cut this short for number 1. It's hard for me to explain about this one. So for number 1 is that Hayao Miyazaki had broken the most biggest record in cinema history for working with the same composer for all the Miyazaki films. Yeah, Hayao Miyazaki doesn't want to find another composer who could work on a very famous score. He kept the same one for the last 40 or 50 something years ago. For all the greatest films they worked on for Studio Ghibli. Surprisingly to say. And those were my top 10 most easiest fun facts to be found in film history. And tell me, ladies and dudes, what is your most favorite, easiest fun facts that you have ever found in film history that was kind of easy for you? Well, whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. And I gotta go right now because I gotta do some important things here and there that feature my life. So, I'll be back for more videos to come. And sayonara.